lovely cherry blossom tree that is. And then over here we have the Soviet player, IDK. He's going to go for a tier 2 build with conscripts. And on the right hand side we have a standard machine gun and tier 1 build here from Zeuskl. This map is called Nexus, made by White Flash. Nice map. As you can see, it's kind of symmetrical. You've got the resources all split up kind of nice and evenly in each side. And you've got these points over here, which are cut-off points here. So, for those of you new to Company Heroes, what is a cut-off point? You take this point. Let's say you grab all this territory over to the right, and then your opponent take this point. None of your points would be connected back. You wouldn't get any resource from these points because you need to have it. All your territory always connect all the way back to your base to actually count. Okay. Thank you, Big Boss Gamer. Thank you for 9 months, dude. Cheers, buddy. Thank you for the resub. So if these pioneers making a rush to the fuel point, because it's always a good idea to rush the fuel points. As obviously you get more fuel, you get a tech up fast, and you get up on your opponent. But it looks like he's actually going to put some wire down, some barbed wire here, to stop your opponent from moving in through here. So putting the barbed wire is a nice idea because it stops your opponent rushing into this house. He's going to build down some green cover here for him to hold, but he's going to get his pioneers to face the wrong way though, and he realises that he's going to turn around and try and build the cover from the other side. Yep, nice realisation of that mistake there. So his guys are, because then they're going to turn around then to engage an enemy. Conscript built their own bit of cover down there. They're going to make a push over to the fuel point. MG's out. Conscript's first engagement here happening. These pioneers should be fine because now they've built their green cover. These combat engineers can't do anything to them. Really, this green cover is going to be nice. They're going to pack away now behind the house as well, so they definitely don't take any damage. In this game, there's cover. So you've got different types of cover. You've got light cover, which these guys are in at the moment. These combat engineers, which is like normal cover. These guys are in heavy cover, green cover. Like things like sandbags, tank traps, and that means they're a lot harder to hit. So units, and we also have a Maxim there opening up on them. Maxim unit, you can see here it's firing arc, and it can suppress units, as it has now just done so. That Pioneer squad was slightly out of cover on that left-hand side, and that made them suppress. Now, suppressed units don't do anything, and they're really easy to push up. But we do have the Grenadiers, though, flanking the machine gun over here instead. Combat Engineer is going to try and come back and assist. He's trying to turn the Maxim around to deal with the flanking Grenadiers. I think he's going to be able to get the suppression in time. He does, but the Axis machine gun gets the flanking, and then we have more reinforcements coming in from the Axis. So this Maxim is definitely going to get flanked here. He can't do anything about this. And it's painful because his only other unit, his conscripts, was all the way in the north, so he can't support. So that means he's going to be fully routed over here. Another Maxim comes out. Probably will get more suppression on this squad over here.
Sector under attack.
And generally, that is a nice win there for the Axis. We have another conscript squad being made.
We have an isolated sector.
Grenadier does get the decap on the points, so his opponent is not going to benefit from those extra resources. MG's just sitting still though in the middle, needs to probably be a bit more aggressive. More cover going down on the VP on the right. Right south. Okay, now he's supplying a good... So this is where he's going for the cut-off. He's going to take this point here, so he's going to deny his opponent this fuel point, and this point over here. I imagine these conscripts are going to probably push in here to try and stop them going for the decap here. But because these Grenadiers are stealing the cover of these conscripts, they might actually not do too badly here. And we have more Grenadiers coming in to support. So generally, conscripts do better than Grenadiers at close range. But because they already took some damage on the way into that fight, they're probably going to lose this engagement. Combat Engineer gets suppressed. MG is firing at one another, but generally it's the MG that fires first wins, and it was the Maxim, so that MG is going to be forced back. This machine gun over here is going to get flanked. Grenadiers trying to flank up. There's a conscript squad there, so those conscripts are covering the flank of that MG. And for the meanwhile, even though the Axis is going to get pushed back here, they're probably going to be doing better because they denied the fuel. Here comes a rifle grenade though, on top of the conscript, and it immediately wipes the entire conscript out. Nice play there, very early rifle grenade, and getting a complete wipe on a squad there. Beautiful play there from Zeuskl, and it completely wipes that squad. And in this game, losing squads is everything. If you lose a squad, you're going to be, having a tough time to come back into the game. And in this game, with Company Heroes, every unit has veterancy. Apart from maybe one unit, which has the special abilities on it. But in general, every unit has veterancy, and you want to keep your squads alive because the more veterancy they get, the more lethal they are, and the more chances of survival. They have better survivability chances, basically. So even though, if we look at the map control, Soviet players getting more map control back now. However, he's lost that squad, and that's going to be give Zeus a really good Real good advantage here. MG's going to set up in green cover. This means it's probably not going to get suppressed there, and it's going to suppress the Maxim first. Very weak health combat engineer squad. Laying mines down. Probably going to have to pull back and heal up. He's going to buy himself healing in the base here. Conscript try to oorah around because that gives them, when they activate oorah, they get a little bit more speed there. But Zeus was ready there and quick to react for that, and immediately gets the squad suppressed and then pinned. Squads that pinned can't move; they're useless, and they take extra damage when they're pinned like that. So this machine gun here is suppressed. This machine gun over here is going to pull back because it is quite low, even though it's not actually taking, pinned itself. It is very low health. It can still get killed by the other machine gun. This Maxim squad is going to pack up. We do have two grenadiers pushing in against it. Does get the cap on the fuel point.
The sector is at risk.
And Maxim probably going to get flanked by this grenadier on the right here. Maxim needs to shoot the guy on the right really quickly right now. He's peeling off both his squads here to get on both flank routes of this Maxim. I imagine maybe we might see another rifle grenade here onto this machine gun. We also have a mortar half track, curiously, being built here from Zeus. Normally, so he's got his first vehicle of the game. So this unit is obviously a mortar and a half track. It bombards. It's best against support units, and I mean his opponent has got two support units in the form of machine guns, so it's not a bad build in my opinion. Although this grenade is really close to that mine there, and you need to be very careful they don't turn on that because that will hurt.
The sector has been cut off.
And we have a second mortar half track. Very strange build here. Oh, they do hit that mine and they were forced back. So I don't agree. I think one mortar half track, yes, would be good, but two, I think it's a bit overkill. That makes him less. He's not getting himself any AT to deal with what the T-70 is not far off as well. T-70 is probably the best light vehicle in the game, which the Soviets can build. And he's only 10 fuel away from building that. And that unit will be able to tear up everything on the field that the Axis person has to offer at the moment. No tier 2 built. He needs to build tier 2 so he can get himself a pack gun out, which is an anti-tank gun which can kill enemy vehicles. Maxim is over here in the house. It's got a nice big arc, so this flamethrower squad's going to get suppressed. Trying to push in here. Let's go. Now that unit's suppressed, it's going to be hard to pull away from that. I would imagine you might want to bring these more half-tricks over to deal with that Maxim in that house. Maxim's got Veterancy 1. Grenadiers coming out onto the fight. T-70 in production. No tier 2 still yet. Has he even teched a tier 2? Yes, he has. He just needs to build it. This T-70 is going to hurt. Now, the only thing that can also stop a T-70 is a telemine, which the OST player can lay, but I don't think he's built any yet. So this T-70 is going to do a heck of a lot of work. I don't normally eat during cast, guys, but because I've got so many viewers, I haven't had a chance to have dinner yet.
Light tank ready for orders. The enemy has cut off a sector.
Combat engineer is low. He's going to have to retreat past this squad. Now, if that were me, I would try to lob a rifle grenade in the retreat path there. Here's the T-70. The bane of the infantry. He's building tier 2 now. Pack gun is in production, but the T-70's got like a minute of free reign here. He's going to chase these grenadiers all the way back to base. He might get a wipe or two here. T-70 is getting some inaccurate shots. He's going to go right into the base here. Oh, we might see a grenadier get wiped here. Oh, he's going to back away just around the back of the building. Here comes the pack gun. So I think these grenadiers are just going to be okay for the time being. And the T-70 sees that pack gun, is going to try and get out of there. Pack gun might get a shot in. It does. Gets the rear shot onto the T-70, bringing it down to about half health, and that's going to have to pull back for healing. Machine gun over here has been able to hold the south side. And forces back to Maxim. T-70 might try and rotate down to the south. However, Axis has got better map control. Sorry, Allies have got better map control. What's making Go2 so popular today? Again, guys, if you're my regular followers and viewers, it's because I have been featured on the front page of Twitch earlier, and I've retained the viewers that I had earlier, which is awesome. So hopefully, We can entice some new blood into the company hero scene, and into the community. So see the T-70 is constantly picking up his machine gun. Machine gun's probably going to get wiped here. He's even got combat engineers behind him. He's going to try and retreat, but here comes 3 grenadiers though to try and cover the retreat of this MG. But I think it's going to be too little, too late. And the conscripts managed to get the wipe here. He's going to try and go for the steal here. Is he going to try and lob a rifle grenade? Here comes the rifle grenade early in anticipation of the steal, but a little bit too early. But he's still got 3 grenadiers opening up on this machine gun, so he probably will be able to wipe it before he tries to steal the machine gun. And the pack gun is there to support. T-70 hasn't been repaired yet, so the pack gun will only need 2 more shots to kill it. If I were the Soviet player, I probably would make myself a second T-70, to be honest, because I know my opponent is struggling right now. He's only got 180 tank gun. He's building a second pack gun now. Now that is probably the right play, considering that a second T-70 could pop. But I don't think he probably will do it. I think he'll just probably tech up. The Axis person needs probably a 2-2-2 or something to help deal with these conscripts here. Conscripts are going to have to retreat past these grenadiers. But the grenadiers try a rifle on and retreat? Probably not. But as we look at these mortars, they've not done much to 2 and 3 kills between them. And you think they cost what? 200 manpower, so 460 manpower for these things, and they've not really done anything, to be honest. We've got an MG that's really overextended on the right-hand side. So let's say a 2-2-2 came out and started killing this. This would have to retreat back this way, and it would, you've got lots of Axis units on the retreat path here that could potentially get the wipe here on this unit. So very risky to bring this MG out so far forward. Pack gun needs to get a little bit closer. Is he? Yeah, slightly out of range there. He's going to try and attack ground. Not going to connect. MG's going to retreat. Grenadiers taking a lot of shots there. Pack gun's still not moved up. MG's covering the fuel point over here in the south. Double pack guns. Ooh, almost. T-70 gets very low there. It's going to pull away now. It's going to allow the grenadiers to cap up the middle of the map though. Let's look back. We do see tier 4 built from the Soviet player IDK. And he's only about, what, 30? So 40 fuel away from making a T-34. Now a T-34 is like a bigger version of a T-70. It can actually deal with armor fairly okay, and can also do quite well against infantry. It's like a medium vehicle, whereas a T-70 is only good against light vehicles and infantry, not good against medium armor and above. Axis player, on the other hand, still hasn't taken up to tier 3. I think he's going to try and rotate the packs down to the south. Might not be a bad idea because he left them in the middle beforehand, right? So the Soviet player might think, okay, I don't want to use my T-70 in the middle because I know the pack guns were there. And he's going to try and come around the south side, which he is going to. And the pack guns are already there in position waiting for him. So this might be a nice little opportunity to get the wipe on this T-70 if he's careful. Maxim trying to set up in time to deal with this flanking pioneers. He just managed to... No, he managed to flank, but he decides to retreat. And the T-70 does receive 2 more shots from the Paris pack guns and falls back. However, the Axis can't really push here until these mortars start getting some wipes here. Oh, okay, so 1 good hit in there, bringing the health of that MG down really low. So he's going to decide to fall back, so he can fall back and he can heal that squad back up with the medic, so he doesn't lose any manpower there. Because it costs manpower to reinforce your squads back up to full strength. I can show shortly the fog of war. So here's the fog of war if you guys are curious. So you can see this is the Soviet person's perspective. In fog of war, in company heroes, you have true sight. So you can't see behind things that would normally block your vision. So you see this wall here? This Maxim can't see on this area here because it does not, it can't physically look behind that wall. Its normal vision arc is about this distance here, okay? And you can see these conscript move forward. They're slowly revealing more territory around this corner. And again, you can't see any territory over here because the buildings and the walls and things block vision and line of sight, which allows for good ambushes and stuff. If you didn't know. Hungry hands indeed. Okay, lots of mines planted by the Soviet player. Good positioning of these mines to stop these grenadiers from being aggressive here. Pack guns trying to push up together. Try and get an angle on this T-70. They might be able to see this T-70. They do. Oh, one of the pack guns missed. But the T-70 is not reacting. Oh, but he moves his pack guns back anyway. Oh, missed opportunity then to take out the T-70. But in Company Heroes, guys, there's a thing called RNG. And sometimes your rounds will miss when and sometimes they will hit. It's about calculated risks. And in that instance, one of those pack guns hit this this crate here, and then actually didn't land a shot on that T-70. But now we have a medium vehicle out now. The T-34 is now out. And he's building himself another Pioneer in the base. He's taking up to he's got tier 3 tech. He's probably going to build tier 3 now. T-34's chasing around these Pioneers. He might chase them all the way back to base. Now the Soviet OST player could have planted a telemine on this retreat path here, but it looks like the T-34 player, IDK, is not going to pursue. Or is he? He is going to keep going. It's very risky here, not pushing forward without a sweeper, because he might be running into a trap here. Imagine if the tele was planted on this retreat path, pack guns would have been in position, dead T-34, his Axis players ahead. But no, he's got 120 munitions in the bank, the telemine costs 60, so he has plenty of time to pop a tele over there. It's also, having both these packs together is quite dangerous, because if they're both together like this, they can easily be flanked. If this T-70 comes around and got on top of these anti-tank guns, they wouldn't be able to do too much. Oh, Packer just misses his shot there, so does the T-34. But we also have some shock troopers now on the field, and these are elite Soviet infantry that are incredibly good at close quarters, terrible at long range, but they've got a lot of armour. They can take a lot of damage, a lot of fire before they actually start dropping men. But yeah, they do so much damage in close quarters combat. This Axis person's getting pulled around a bit. His pack guns are really slow. He's trying to bring his pack guns down to deal with the T-70, but now the T-70's backed away. It's not needed anymore, and he's probably going to go and attack the north side. So these pack guns are constantly going backwards and forwards, and all the time that's happening, the Axis players getting weaker and weaker because the Soviet players having more and more map control. Grenade into this building here, nicely dodged though by this grenade. He knocked the grenade over the wall here, but he saw that and jumped out of the house just in the nick of time before he lost the squad to the grenade. Mythological, thank you, dude. That's kind of you. I'd say I'm one of the best players in the world at this game, but I've won tournaments and stuff, but I'm probably not the best at the moment because I haven't practiced enough 1v1. I'm practicing for a 2v2 tournament that's coming up in May, and I've got myself a new teammate, and hopefully we're going to be doing very well. We need to practice more together. Well, he might be on actually later on tonight, and I might be able to play with him in a bit. Okay, we do have a Panzer IV, our first Axis mate tank coming out soon. Which is kind of the perfect unit now the Axis person needs to be able to contend with this T-34.
The sector is at risk.
This is T-70 constantly picking away at these Grens here. Pack gun's trying to get in position here. One shot connects, second shot will connect. T-70 is going to back away just in the nick of time. Again, it's the second time T-70's gotten away with hardly any health. Mortar's finally actually getting some damage done there, forcing that shock trooper from capturing that point. 12 and 5 kills now. And here comes the Panzer IV.
We are losing territory.
So this unit is more than a match for the T-34. It's probably been around about even Stevens when it comes to them fighting each other. And this Panzer IV will be easily can deal with this T-70. T-70 will not be able to beat a Panzer IV at all. However, so right now, if I were to pause the game for a split second, I would say the Axis person is probably in the position at the moment, in better position slightly, because he has the anti-tank guns, whereas the Soviet person does not. However, we do see a Soviet anti-tank gun being built right now in his tier 2 building. Here comes the Panzer IV. Do we have AT grenades? No AT grenades either, techs, for these conscripts. They can't lob AT grenades to damage this Panzer IV. So this Panzer IV has kind of got free reign for a minute to do a lot of damage. Oh, really nice mortar round, bringing that conscript squad incredibly low. Panzer IV misses its last shot, and that squad's going to survive with a slither of HP. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, T-34 is opening up on some Axis infantry here, forcing them back. And the Panzer IV is forcing back the Maxim. These pioneers have spotted these mines. He's walked on top of a mine. Maybe he's not noticed that one. But if you spot mines before you run over them, you will not actually detonate them. But there are two mines that have been spotted. So Panzer IV wants to be a bit aggressive here. Pioneers are nearby, so these mines aren't going to detonate. But I don't think he sees that one right there. He needs to be very careful. Grenadiers getting killed back in the base. Pack guns trying to open up on the right. Oh, the Pack guns get some nice shots in there. One more shot needed from the Panzer IV to kill the T-34, but it decides to shoot the T-70 instead. And one of the pack guns getting shots in here, but I think the T-70 is going about to drop here. Panzer IV is going to get the last shot in. Eventually 3 T-70 bites the dust, and the Panzer IV can still even chase this T-34 in the base, because the anti-tank guns on the right side. Is he going to keep chasing? Again, could be risky, could be mines on the base entrance, but he might be going for it. Didn't sweep the mines in the time that he had. Panzer IV is still trying to chase the T-34. I think the T-34 is going to be safe now because the anti-tank gun is going to be there to cover it.
Our HQ is under attack.
This now belongs to the people and workers of the Soviet Union.
Engineer standing by.
Now it's a little bit quiet here in the centre. Remember, the Soviet player was the first person to lose a squad in this game, which was a conscript squad, and now he's off the T-70, so he's actually quite behind. However, we do have an IS-2 on the field. Oh my god! This is a beast of a tank. This is a heavy tank. Panzer IV is going to have real difficulty trying to beat this, but however, pack guns can do quite a bit of damage to that, so it depends on how well he uses these pack guns against this IS-2. This might be the unit that brings the Soviet player, IDK, back into the game. Maxim got decrewed by the Panzer IV on the right hand side. Pioneers might try and steal it. Nice little pick there. I think he's going to try and go for it. So the IS-2 is good against enemy vehicles, and it's also good against infantry. MG's going to run as fast as it can back to base. Pack guns are trying to rotate around. Telemine's finally been planted there. Pack guns are getting in position here. Getting some nice shots onto the T-34. MG's still about to go down. Oh, T-34 needs one more shot. Panzer IV might try and blitzkrieg in there to get the last shot onto the T-34. Nope. He sees the IS-2 and thinks better of it. We do have a Stug in production for the Axis player Zeuskl. And that is a good unit. It's kind of a mini tank destroyer. It's not the best tank destroyer in the game, but it's it doesn't reliably penetrate the armor of an IS-2. But once it gets veterancy, and when it does penetrate, it does quite a bit of damage to the IS-2. So it's all about flanking here. That guy's trying to reposition in time. He's trying to give his squad medical kits there so they can stay on the field without having to retreat. The Telemine getting pushed on really far on the right hand side over here in the north. That might trigger the T-34 to run over it. We'll see. Here comes the Stug. The Stug's going to try and open up on the IS-2. The Stug does outrange the IS-2 in this game. See, there you go. Managed to get a penetration shot in there. And it's going to be shooting the rear arm of the IS-2 now, so it should be able to penetrate it reliably. And double pack guns as well, bringing the IS-2 incredibly low, down to 30-40% health already. Where's the Panzer IV in all this? Chilling on the right. Could be pushing in to help against this Maxim. Don't know why it's chilling on the right-hand side over here. Pioneer's going to try and hold their own against this conscript squad. Don't know if they will be able to. They are in green cover, but this conscript squad isn't. Panzer IV's going to move in maybe now. No, that Maxim squad's going to pull back in time. And the IS-2 is getting manically repaired by those engineers. If the IS-2 goes down, that will be game for him. I'm pretty sure he will lose the game if that goes down. Pioneers retreat back. Okay, if we look on the mini-map here, I just want to show you the fact that because this point has been taken here, none of this Axis player is not receiving any resources from these points to the north because that point here was taken. Stolen Maxim now. This is an Axis stolen Maxim. Needs to bring up an anti-tank gun to support this. This gun here is a little artillery barrage. It's not just an anti-tank gun. It can do a little artillery barrage for some munitions. However, while it's firing that barrage, it can't use its main gun to shoot armoured vehicles. IS-2 is now fully repaired, going to come back into the action. Pack guns in the centre. Double telemines over here, actually. So the player does have sweepers, but it's on the wrong side of the map here. Anti-tank guns are pushing up. Team Panzer IV get some nice penetration shots, but they're trading blows, both about the same amount of damage on each. Nothing to stop these grenadiers from pushing in. The Pat gun is there supporting the grenadiers. They're going to get a nice volley here onto this IS-2. One penetrates, one bounces. Because the IS-2 against infantry, when it's not hasn't got any veterancy, isn't too good. Once it gets veterancy, it's more reliably hits infantry, and there's a lot of damage to them. But vanilla, when I say vanilla, I mean like a brand new unit's come onto the field. You know, it doesn't see it missed again. It's not that reliable. We do have a couple of allied infantry coming in for a big wide flank here. He wants to see if he can try and flank these double Pat guns. This would be if he manages to wipe both these Pat guns, he might be able to push in with his armor here. The Panzer IV needs to push in and protect the anti-tank guns coming back here, and the shock squad. Oh, he manages to crush 3 of those the shock troopers with the Stug somehow. But it looks like I think both of these anti-tank guns are going to get decrewed, which is a massive blunder here for the Axis player. He's going to lose one of his veterancy. 2 grenadiers gets wiped. They do drop the machine gun as well, and also maybe another grenadier is going to go wiped on the retreat. He does. 2 grenadiers goes down. Really nice plays there from IDK to wipe both 1 Pat gun, 2 grenadier squads, and one of the anti-tank guns has gone down. Don't know, that Panzer IV was way out of position there, not being able to support. One of the anti-tank guns does get recrewed. He's going to try and pull this back. The other one's gone back to base to get healing. He doesn't want to be too aggressive here. Pat gun only needs 2 more shots to kill this T-34. And we do have some incendiary barrage coming in here. Will he use attack round from the Zeuskl to kill the Stug? He tries to, but misses. So when you drop smoke, guys, it blocks vision. You can't see when there's smoke in the air. It acts like line of sight blocker. MG42 has been flanked here by this T-34. Panzer IV is prepared to get. It could go in there and help out, but he's not really using this Panzer IV very well at all, I don't think here. This T-34 needs to be careful. Only 2 shots from this Panzer IV might kill it. 1 shot connects. Panzer IV isn't chasing. And then we have seen another T-34 over here. Another Stug goes down. Well, wasn't expecting the second Stug to be there, or maybe and he loses that fresh T-34 straight away. Big blunder from the Soviet player. And VPs are pretty much neck and neck still. Stug's going to try and get in there. Double Stugs are going to be quite dangerous against this IS-2. They need to be very careful with the IS-2. The other Stug's been repaired now. Panzer II's got veterancy 2 and gets some nice, tasty and sexy looking armoured skirts. Now, one thing to know about the Stugs, guys, they're very bad against infantry. They hardly ever kill infantry. Now, even though the Soviet player is struggling a bit here, he's got better map control. Here come the Stugs. And the Pat gun's coming in as well. And I assume he needs to start backing away now. Yeah, see what I mean? The Stugs do bounce the frontal armor of the IS-2 quite often. I'd like to see him use the mortars a bit more forward because they keep seeing quite far back. He can probably pop the mortars around this hedgerow here or behind this house. They should be safe there. He wants to try pushing the Panzer IV. Maybe find him repairing these. Oh wow, an IS-2 round bounced off the armor of a Panzer IV. That rarely ever happens. Surprised we see that there. Panzer IV misses and actually detonates the mine, that other Soviet mine down there. Axis player really needs to start capping more of the map. Here we have a Katusha coming down. Stalin's organ landing directly in the middle of the map. Getting a good shot onto the Pat gun over here. See, this is the thing firing right here. Oh, it's the veterancy 2. T-34 going to go down to the Stug. Does get wiped. It's on fire. Needs to back away though quickly because it's under fire from the IS-2 and the Pat gun here. Anti-tank gun might be able to see it, but the smoke from this wreckage of the T-34, he probably doesn't see it. And he's going to be able to pull back his weak his weak Stugs and have killed another tank. Very nice play there from the Axis player once more, Zeus. Just needs to cap more map. Also, when you're repairing, guys, units take like twice as much damage as normal. Pack gun's going to keep moving up, get some nice damage on this IS-2. IS-2 needs to back away, one shot away from death. Also see a an Axis fragmentation bomb on top of this machine gun to wipe it completely off the field. So that's a nice little use of munitions there to wipe that unit off. Hands being a bit bold here, needs to be careful. Conscripts do have AT grenades, and an AT grenade wants to be lobbed here, but you can't see it. You can't see it, you can't lob the grenade. Zeuskl still within range of the Panzer IV. Panzer IV still within range of the Zeuskl, sorry, and it does pull back just in the nick of time. A lot of these Axis vehicles need to just chill for a minute and repair. And I think this Axis player, Zeus, needs to build a couple more infantry squads and start capping more map control to the north. There's like, I mean, you can see to the north side of the map, there's nothing going on. No players are here at all. Free territory here. So, that's not good at all for Zeus. He needs to start capping more map control because he's going to start to bleed VPs at the moment. Yeah, his VP count is lower than his opponent, even though he's winning these engagements. Panzer IV is on prioritised vehicles, so it's not going to fire on the infantry, which he needs to do. It's a mistake from him not to have that prioritised infantry. He's going to get an AT snare on this Stug, which is going to bring it a bit low. So snare does about 20% damage to a vehicle, a medium vehicle like that. 20-15%. So all this Axis vehicles need to repair, but IS-2 is also slightly damaged. I think so now's the time the Soviet player needs to use to push out onto the field while the Axis tanks are vulnerable right now. We do see a third Pioneer squad being made from the Axis player, so he can get repairs done faster. And again, like, he needs more capping. So he's actually sending some squads to the north now, finally, to cap up. Katyusha rounds coming in. Where are they going? They're going on to the repairs, potentially. Trying to hit the repairing dudes over here in the base. Oh, not bad at all. And I believe he wiped an entire Pioneer there. He did it. He got a nice wipe on the squad there. Pioneer squad goes down. I believe that was the brand new squad he just made. And the Katyusha's 15 kills already. Not bad at all. But yeah, the Axis player definitely has better army composition and more units, but he's just too busy repairing and not capturing enough territory. Soviet players rebuilt another conscript squad. I think that's a good idea, so we can get another conscript means another unit that can snare enemy vehicle. IS-2 is going to head north. There's nothing to counter at the moment, so this grenadiers need to be very careful. He hears it coming through the fog of war and decides to retreat immediately. More mines, constantly planting. I love the fact that IDK is constantly planting mines whenever he's got a chance to. At least he's doing that right. Veteran C1. Fragmentation shell ability ready now. Oh, but he has hit the telemine over here. Telemine is hit. One of the Stugs and both pack guns are ready to go. He notices it. He's going to move straight over there to try and get this IS-2. So damage engine. Now it is crippled. It's easier to kill, but he's still not ready to move out with his army yet. Needs to get repaired. The engineers are a little bit far behind. We have a shock trooper that has stolen an MG42, which is quite funny. Yeah, the offensive has been called off for the IS-2 for the time being.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
He's building a third Stug. What a crazy dude. The triple Stug. Apologies I'm eating on stream, guys. I haven't had dinner yet. I normally would stop streaming and then go have dinner. But because I've got so many viewers thanks to my front page time today, I don't want to stop streaming because I know I'm going to lose all the viewers. So if he had booze, he'd be a Twitch thought. You know me. Of course I would. They'd be on display the entire time. Right, I'll play a game myself in a minute. After this match. This has actually turned out to be quite a nice little game, actually. Neither of these players are like top tier, but they're they're good enough to put on a good show, I think. He's going to lob a smoke grenade down to stop the MG from firing on him. However, that mortar got a nice round in here, and he can probably lob a grenade here. IS-2's going to push in as well. IS-2, however, sees those pioneers. He actually blows up his own mine again by mistake, but here come the Stugs coming in to help out. The Zeuskl is there in a good spot. It's going to open up and force back the Stugs. Shock squad is going to get pushed back. Lobs a nade, probably going to wipe one model off the Grenadier squad. IS-2 is incredibly low. Danger close Katyusha rounds though on top of the pack guns. Might wipe them here. If they lose the pack guns, it might be really bad though for the Axis player. He'll lose one of them. Will the second one get wiped here? He's not pulling back the Panzer, but he's slow to pull that back. Su-85 on the flip. That's a long-range tank destroyer for the Soviets. He needs to try and recruit this anti-tank gun. I think that the Soviet player is going to win this, just because I feel like the Axis class is just not aggressive enough and keeping more territory. Even though he's getting better engagements, I feel like it's the VPs. You know, another good Ziz barrage shot coming in here, trying to wipe this machine gun capping the point. Nice long range shots in here. Gonna force it back. Conscript coming in from the north here, trying to get a snare on this Stug. He's going to get a damaged engine on it. He needs to focus the repairing engineers. If he focuses the repairing engineers, he does more damage. Missed opportunity there. We have another incendiary barrage coming in here on top of this machine gun that's going to force it back. He's going to destroy his own anti-tank gun so his opponent can't steal it. Wow. Interesting play there. I mean, I don't think there was any danger of being stolen. I think he probably could have. I think, if anything, he was going to lose it. He was going to get blown up with a Soviet player. But I think there's a mistake there. He's going to walk through the fire. He needs to be careful. He will take a bit of damage walking through the fire still. What's the Axis? But Axis player's got a lot of. No, not actually. He hasn't got a lot of fuel in the back. I think he wants to take up to tier 4. Maybe make himself a Tiger. Now, Tiger would be a match for the IS-2, which he has access to. But unfortunately, he has no fuel for it at the moment, or take up to tier 4. This MG's trying to cover the middle VP. Mortar rounds coming, danger close onto the shock squad. Shock squad's got to be careful. IS-2 coming in again, missing once more. Stugs though are into position. Here comes the triple Stug. The triple Stugs are opening up. Not every shot is penetrating. One Stug has got Veteran C2. No, two of them are Veteran C2 and have the armoured skirts now, which is quite nice. Rifle grenade coming in onto the shock squad. Oh, and he gets another rifle. Oh, that's a really painful loss there for the Soviet player. Really painful loss there to lose the shock. That was his best infantry squad in the game. Veteran C2, and it had an LMG. Nasty loss there. Good rifle grenade again there to wipe that squad off from the field. But yeah, I probably would have gone double Panzer IV and double Stug or something, or at least gone double Stug, Panzer IV, Tiger or something. I wouldn't have gone 3 Stugs. I think it's overkill, especially when you have a pack on the field. Nice little Molotov locked on the machine gun there, forcing that back. Oh, Su-85 managed to get one shot onto one of the mortar half tracks. Takes 2 to kill them though. Stugs are making a beeline down to help out. Efficiency 3 Stug. Stugs on Efficiency 3 fire faster. Needs to be careful though, he's showing his rear armour right now to the IS-2. A little bit of a misplay there, has to pull that one back. Doesn't lose the Veterancy one. Bit 2 Panzer IV going to be trying to hold the middle. And again, still no units capping in the north side. Honestly, all he would need to do is make one Pioneer or something and just start capping up the north, and he'd be doing so much better. He'd have so much more resources this game. Yeah, he's got plenty of it. He's got 3 Stugs, 1 pack gun. And the pack gun's Veterancy 3, and both the Stugs are Veterancy 2 or above. So, yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's just, I mean, look at it's beyond me that look at the army, you know, such better composition army, and he's got no map patrol. However, the Katyusha is about ready to fire again. Probably firing on the middle, trying to see if he can wipe the Grenadiers here. Get some nice shots. The Grenadiers need to retreat. This gun's in good position. Veterancy 3 needs to pull back the Stug. He's being too greedy here. Taking a lot of needless damage here for some reason. He loses the Veterancy 3 Stug. He wipes the Su-85 though. And I think he might try and destroy the anti-tank gun here as well, which is nice. So he does get the wipe on there. He needs to pull back and heal though, because the IS-2 is fully health and can get in there and do a lot of damage. IS-2 is going to get a good shot in onto the Panzer 4. Pack-Gun's going to move in. The other Stug gets wiped for no reason at all there. No idea why he would push him with the Veteran C3 Stug first as well. Like, you want that one, you want the weaker Stug to be taking the shots. So what was it? 2 Stugs wiped for an SU-85 and a Zeuskl? I guess that's kind of fair, maybe an even trade there-ish. VPs again, Axis VPs, very low. It's because the OST player has so many vehicles that are constantly repaired. He doesn't. All these pioneers are constantly being busy repairing and not capping territory. That's easily a third, or even almost half his infantry capability right there. And I have to say that IDK is doing a stellar job at making sure his opponent is constantly bled. We have another Stug out, so we're back to 2 Stugs again. One has been playing macro, and then one player has. Yeah, it does. It's a bit weird. It's interesting like that, right? I see Veteran C2 now. Maybe a bit more dangerous. He's not going to retreat, he's going to try and just backpedal away here. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Fresh T-34 out now on the field. He's going to build another one after this. Maybe he thinks he wants to do some nice wide flanks. More mines placed down, very nice. Stug's being a bit bold here, want to try to tango with the IS-2. One-on-one, probably not a good idea, but the other Stug's there to support. Panzer 4, very close against the Veteran C3. Oh, good Panzer 4 shot in there. Conscripts need to be careful. Veteran C3. Maybe she could construct the digital pilots. Good meme. Digital rounds are trying to find the MG, Veteran C3 MG over here. Some nice good shots on the retreat path there. That's going to force it back. Oh, wait, might even wipe it here and retreat. Wow! What lucky over... I think he was using, actually... I'm pretty sure that he might have been using the creeping barrage there, actually. And actually, with that barrage, manages to wipe both the Veteran C3 Pack-Gun and the Veteran C3 machine gun. So that was an amazing Katusha rounds there to wipe that Veteran C off both those really key units for the Axis player. And if he recruits them, he's not going to have the... he's going to have to build the Veteran C back up on them. He needs to repair both of them as well. So ready for 80, he only has the 2 Stugs at the moment now for against his Veteran C2 IS-2. And, we have to, I think the IDK is just slowly building an armada of T-34s and going to try and do an all-in. That might actually work, considering that the Stugs can only fire from their front, right? So if the T-34s get behind them, they'll be able to do a lot of damage. And the Stugs won't be able to retaliate. Rifle grenade onto these conscripts, forcing them back. Axis control, finally look like getting better map control, finally. After 20 minutes of struggling. Stug Veteran C2 going to keep picking away maybe at this unit over here. He's going to try and start sweeping these mines and attacking, moving these mines and blow them up. Nice. Should have did this earlier, but at least he's now doing. He's finally doing it. You can use the tanks to shoot them, blow the mines up here. I think he's going to try and go for again. Nice. So he managed to get rid of 3 mines there. So that's 90 munitions down the drain there for the Soviet player. And we have the 3 T-34s all hiding over here in the corner, probably waiting for an opportunity, waiting for the Axis opponent to overextend. And then these 3 T-34s can get behind and maybe win the game then and there. So the OST player has literally only type of AT is his tanks. He's got no variety. I mean, he's got a couple of snares nearby.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more telemines getting planted here. T-34s, what you bros doing? T-34s. Me and the boys on in the T-34 tank Balakast. I really hope he can pull off this flank really well, because I believe in this. This looks like he wants to do a really nice flank here with these tanks. And he hasn't repaired or recruited these Axis support weapons yet, which is bad. And one Veteran C3 Panzer 4 has hit a mine. IS-2 though is not going to go try and chase it down. So So the Panzer IV should be okay, especially because all this Soviet... Imagine if those two of those T-34s were at the top there. He probably could have wiped the Panzer IV. He's got to have another snare in there. Probably not worth it if he's not going to follow it up with any tanks. Because that's just wasting his munitions. But he's got quite a bit of munitions in the bank. And for some reason, he's decided to rebuild a new machine gun rather than recruit the one on the field. Not a good idea. You save yourself a lot of resources by just recruiting stuff that's already in the field. I'm really not sure why he's done that. I think he just wants to bait these vehicles down to the south.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
More time by players, this time capping. Oh, but... Oh, he's going to try and blow them up? What a... Oh, dude, I really disagree with this idea. I mean, he's not even pop capped. He could have had one of those things. I bet he's going to really regret destroying that pack gun. I don't know why he did that. He's a fourth T-34. Oh my god. He's preparing to move. Where's he? I would recommend the Soviet player to get a mortar out so he can drop down some smoke, so then he can push the Axis army with smoke support. Good Katyusha rounds once more. Going to be almost wiping the Vector C2 Maxim this time round. Oh, dude, he's not. So Soviet player is now population capped. He can't make any more vehicles after this, so he needs to make something happen with what he has on the field. Panzer IV's been repaired. He needs to have the T-34s in the north, but I think he's going to push him from the front, which is silly. Oh, please don't push him from the front, mate. Please go in from the top. Take your T-34s, he needs to, let me pause it. He needs to take these, go north, come around the back, and they come from this side, because the Stugs are facing this way, southwards. So he needs to attack from the north. If he attacks from the front, he's going to take a lot of damage here. So I think he might make a big misplay here if he attacks from the front. I still think he might be able to even win from the front here, but you know, to give himself the best chance, he needs to attack and flank. I think he might have shown his hand as well. Then he needs to split these up. He's just feeding the Stugs veterancy every time. You know, Katyusha's been repaired, ready to fire again, firing in once more with the machine gun here. Stugs going to move in again. Bringing the IS-2 again lower. Does have efficiency 3 now, the IS-2, which means it's going to be very deadly now. Fires faster and more accurately. Yeah, what? Soviet player just needs smoke. Like, if he's going to push for the front, he needs smoke. Or if he hasn't got smoke, he needs to flank. Where's he going now? I think he's going to go around the long way around, is he? What's he doing? The longer the Soviet player stalls to make this play right now, the stronger the Axis player is going to get. He's now prioritised attack. He's prioritised vehicles. He's going to get. He's going to go for the front. Oh, dude, he's going in for the front. Nice. He's going for it. Here we go. Why no? He's swinging around. He's swinging. No. Okay. False alarm. False alarm. God damn it! Make your mind up, bro. Never mind. He got scared. It's like, do I want to go? No. It was a tease. It was such a big tease, man. We have an Ostwind now. Please plant more tellers down. Zeus, you need more tellers down. Oh, triple Stug is back. But it's up against quadruple T-34 and IS-2. I don't think he's going to hold. Even from the front. So imagine if he brought two. Imagine he brought two T-34s to the north, two T-34s from the south, and then pushed him with the IS-2 from the centre. Oh my god, he would win right there. There is no way the Soviet OST play can hold out. Come on, flank! IDK, flank! Triple Stugs opening up on the front. Come on. Why is this... why is Zeus not planting any telemines? I don't know. He needs to prepare for this onslaught. He knows it's coming. More telemines, bro. Even maybe make a Panzer Grenadier with Shreks. Just have a bit more variety in your AT. Oh, dude, I'm scared for the Axis player here. Is he going for it? He might go for it. No. Come on, take that, Boz. What are you doing, bro? Use your tanks. Oh, Veshsi 3 IS2 is so nice now. Please, okay, please flank, please, for the love of God, flank. Oh my God, this is so irritating. Why won't you use your tanks, bro? Okay, well, he had a chance to attack there because that Stuk was then a half health, but now all the Axis tanks and vehicles are back to full health. Both sides are max population cap. Soviet player, I think he's waiting for his infantry to come out to push in again. Please stop pushing down the front, please. He honestly is just feeding veterans to these Stugs. Okay, here we go. I think the T-30 is going to come on the flank here. Please don't. You think he's thinking about it? Okay, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Flank! Yes! Here we go. Yes! Here comes the flank! The good flank, yes! No telemines! He's gonna get so royally fucked right now. One Stug is already down. The other one's main gun destroyed. One T-34 dead. Veshsi 3 Panzer 4's dead. All the Stugs are down, it's just the Ostwind. And that's GG! And he throws in the towel. There you go. And Zeus just throws in the towel and loses. There you go. That's what I'm talking. He could have done this 20 minutes ago, but he waited until 52 minutes until he decided to make the flank. But hey, there you go. One flank to win. Easy. And that's what you get for not building more mines down, more telemines, and not having a variety of AT. You need Shreks. You need your Grenadiers there to get Panzerfaust in. You need a pack gun. He destroyed his pack guns. He destroyed his own pack guns and didn't recruit them. What a crazy thing, you know. That was, you know, it's very disappointing play there from Zeuskl. He definitely needed, you know, more variety of AT because he had better map control and he was winning the game for a long time there. But he let his opponent build up more and more tanks and just did not keep the pressure on him. Didn't keep pushing. So yeah, bad play there. But yeah, fun game to cast either way. And that was that. Hey guys, thank you for watching that video. If you want more content, please click on the link over here and over here. If you would like to subscribe, click on the button down here. Also click on the notification bell down there so you're notified whenever I post new YouTube content. I also stream nearly every single day on Twitch. I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HelpingHans. And if you want to show your support there, please do subscribe, as all your support helps me do this full time. And yeah guys, I appreciate it as always and catch you next time. Bye-bye.